Magandang araw na muli sa ating lahat. Coronavirus, COVID-19 issues ang tatalakayin natin ngayon. Hindi ba dapat save lives without killing the economy ang mantra? Paano inabot natin ang sitwasyon ngayon na parang dapat tayo'y mamimili sa buhay ng mga tao o sa ekonomiya ng bayan? Nakakalungkot talaga. There were monumental failures in national and local leaderships from the very beginning of the pandemic and continues to this day. Because of gross incompetence, corruption at katamaran, the administration of President Digongong failed to aggressively adopt science-based public health mitigating actions and rally our kababayans by example, education, and sustained messaging efforts to adopt simple hygienic practices. Instead, the administration got mired and bogged down in incoherent and incomprehensible actions, always running after its tail in circles in a world of depleted talents and common sense. Digongong's lousy government at the very outset decided that COVID-19 was a peace and order issue rather than as a public health crisis. Kaya naman, send agad ng police at military to the streets, complete with batuta, armalite, and armored personal carriers. As if the optics of strong arm power will make the coronavirus run away fast and pronto. Sa bagay, ang gusto palaging i-project ng administrasyong ito ay sila lang ang may kakayahang makasolve ng mga problema ng bayan gaya ng virus. Kaya dapat ang mga tao ay sunod lang ng sunod. Kitang-kita ang mindset at ang mababaw at maliit na tuktok ni Digongong at ng kanyang mga alipores. This is the problem with autocrats, as they always hallucinate on their being omnipotent and infallible. There were lots of misplaced and wasted efforts by government in allocating resources. Kung ang mga pulis at militar were trained and deployed as contact tracers, malaki sana ang positive results sa pag-address ng pandemic. Nakakapundi, ginamit na parang sa Operation Tokhang. Ano ang alam nila kung may COVID-19 o wala ang mga tao? Instead na targeted ang approach, shotgun ang berada. Sayang manpower, sayang oras, sayang ang pera, sayang oportunidad to make a difference sa laban sa virus. Bakit kaya instead of funding and procuring the life-saving PPEs and other needs of the frontliners, the government opted to be indifferent? Wala na daw mabili-bili, kaya hintay na lang sa mga donations. Aray. Ganyan katamad ang ilang opisyal ng gobyerno pagdating sa kabutihan ng mga tao. Idagdag mo pa riyan ang pagwawalang pakialam kung overpriced man ang mga PPEs at test kits kung may nabili man. Kawawa talaga tayo, maliit na nga ang pondo, may nangungumisyon pa. Palagi pang may palusot. Sabi ni Secretary Duwag, wala akong alam dyan. Below my pay level yan ginawa. Ayos na ayos talaga. At ox na ox pa rin kay Presidente Digongong. The public health efforts should be funded and supported with all the resources of government, pera, facilities at tao na walang pag-aatubili. There should be extensive and sustained but targeted testing, contact tracing, isolation, and treatment of the highly vulnerable and high-risk sectors of society. Without yet a vaccine, doing them is the only way to minimize the spread of the virus and avoid the collapse of the healthcare system. Quarantine and lockdowns will not contain the virus in the long run. They will just give the healthcare time to recover and be ready for the next wave of infections. Worse though, quarantine and lockdowns stop economic activities, resulting in further hardships to our disadvantaged people. Mga kababayan, kitang-kita natin ang kahinaan ng ating mga institutions at system of government. Kahit kalaki ng problema ng bayan, the process to arrive at an optimum solution does not include representations from the affected public at large. Instead, it is populated by people whose primary qualifications are blind loyalty and absolute subservience to President Digongong. Alam naman nating makitid at maliit na ang utak ng mama sa kaiinom ng fentanyl. Dagdagan mo pa ng katamaran at pagkabatugan ng mama, edi ano ang magandang desisyon na maaasahan natin. Ayan, hands up na si Presidente Digongong sa coronavirus. No contest. Wala na raw siyang pera, kaya wala na ring plano kung paano lalabanan. Uupo na lang sa Malacanang at maghihintay na malaglag ang biyaya galing sa China at Russia bago mag-Disyembre. Kung ganyang kabatugan at walang pakialam sa mga nganib sa COVID-19 ang presidente, paano na tayo mga kababayan? We should hold our government officials accountable for what's going on in our country. As I plead before, kailangan na dapat tayo'y maging maayos, matalino at masinop sa paggamit ng ating kapangyarihan to determine our destiny as a nation and people. Let us reject and fight any attempts to subvert our free will during elections. Let us not be blinded and hoodwinked by populist propaganda. Make character of the person the most important qualification to an elected official, to an elected office. Let us avoid idolizing personalities. It's too difficult to reclaim our values and identity if we are too invested in such a relationship. Pride, ego, at kahiyaan. Kaya kahit mali, may justification. Kung di man sinisigaw na tama pa rin. Kung sa bagay, sino ba ang aamin na naguyo sa pagboto ng isang inutil at walang silbing presidente? Remember, the higher interest of our people takes precedence over our personal and tribal interests. Mga kababayan, huwag tayong magsawa sa pangungulit sa gobyerno patungkol sa tamang paraan para masugpo ang coronavirus habang walang vaccine. Extensive and sustained but targeted testing, contact tracing, isolation, and treatment. Let us do our part. Wear masks, observe social distancing, wash hands, and stay away from crowds. We should be part of the solution, not of the problem. Gusto kong ipaabot ang aking pakikiisa at ng aking pamilya sa inyong lahat sa ngayong kapanahon ng coronavirus at COVID-19. My posts are my sincere desire to participate in an open, honest, and constructive discourse on various issues and events in the country. I hope you will be encouraged to do the same. If you agree with me, please like and share my posts and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we can reach more of our kababayans. Hanggang dito na lang muna tayo. Sa susunod na bukas, pag-uusapan natin ang ibang kaganapan sa ating bayan. Pwede kayong magkomento dito, pabor man or kontra. Pero walang pikon at bastos. Bato-bato sa langit ang tamaan ay huwag magagalit. Salamat at adyos. Loloming lang po, Pilipinas.